Well, hello everybody and welcome back. What I'm doing today, I just sort of been thinking about doing this for the past 48 hours. We're experiencing the change of seasons here. In the States, we're going from summer to autumn slash fall. My favorite personal time of the year, but we know that with the fall, we're facing the winter. Hard, cold, and cruel sometimes here in the States. And we're going through some really astronomically bad weather situations here. And I really kind of wanted a look at what some of us were going to be facing. Now, I have no question in mind. I have no idea where this is going to go. I've got my giant tarots out here, and they're just a lot easier to see for those of us who are getting up there. And so, let's just start picking out energies and talking in general about what the change of season may have in store for some of us. We also want to look at this full moon in Pisces that's also coming up. So I'm just sort of gonna start feeling my way through and grabbing whatever gets my attention. The Four of Wands. I like this kind of start. Talks about the home, security, the dwelling itself, and the joy that emanates from inside. And so we're starting off the fall with a really strong sense of warmth and family harmony. I get that not all of you have harmonious family situations, but this might even be talking about changes that are possible. It's what we want to look at as we change seasons. What can we possibly look forward to? To me, it's warmth, it's family, it's gatherings, it's the holidays. And so the anticipation now, we're focusing a lot on that. We've got kids getting ready for Halloween. We've got just really a time of coming together. For a lot of us, we're wishing for a celebration to happen because we're going through some really quite tumultuous times right now, especially where I'm living. It feels like people just need a break. The card of celebration to me says that is a possibility. There's a potential for us to be able to gain some joy here in what seem to be some really difficult times. The Judgment card, as I would have thought. The Judgment is a great big universal kind of uprising and understanding. It goes to the ultimate heights. It is the life-changing. It is that life-changing stuff that may be bringing you to a point of more joy, more warmth, more harmony. But the decision is here. The choice to change something in your life might be necessary. It might be exactly what Spirit is telling you need to do. Judgment talks about change, forgiveness, acceptance, the give, the take, the balance that makes us one. And so on a very large scale, because I'm talking to everyone here, there's a need for forgiveness and the acceptance of forgiveness, some of you, as we move through difficult times. We're really being faced with forgiveness and what we need to do in order to give and to receive. Now, I was wondering about him. He showed up earlier. I put him back in the deck. The Page of Wands. This is about taking action. It's about taking action in order to make improvements. Tangible, feasible improvements. But they're improvements. This is like the planning stages here with the Page of Wands. This is the sitting down and creating a roadmap of desire. What do we do next? Where do we go next? What is in our hearts, our desires, our depth, our passion, our abilities, our skill set? What does that direct us to do? What are we being directed to change here? Because more than anything, to me, these two things are sitting in the middle of a prime decision that says if you change something that you're doing in your life, because this is a card of action, and it says that there needs to be a change of something you're doing in order to achieve the harmony. So wherever it is, if it's in the possibility of moving, I see that the change of season may be bringing upon you the change of home, a change in an actual address. But that change will bring you to monumental life adjusting situations. But I like the fact that we have joy surrounding it. Comes through as a really positive kind of feeling that whatever you're moving forward in, especially connected to home, to family, to the hearth, to the warmth, there may be forgiveness of someone coming back into the fold. But for some of you, the change of season may be bringing back into the fold an energy that maybe once was lost. Now it's coming back. It can talk about welcoming someone back into the home. Okay, in the next scenario, what have we got? The Emperor. The Emperor. The boss. For some of you, you may be looking at the possibility of seizing control of your own world, your own life, your own destiny. So the change of season may be bringing you to a point where maybe you're retiring, but you're looking to put all of your authority forward. It's about being in control. He can also talk about being controlled by someone else, and we're going to see if that's a possibility here in just a second. But he brings the element of control, being fiercely demanding upon himself more than anything. He's a challenging energy, but he also knows how to reach his ultimate success by putting all of his faith in himself. The 10 of Pentacles. So, now I'm going to say that some of you may find yourselves in charge of a family situation. The change of season may bring you to a point where you're being put in charge of something of a more demanding nature where finances are concerned. This may be saying the change of season this year may be bringing you to a point, especially with holidays coming up, being more disciplined, maybe being more generous. The control thing here can go either way. But this may be saying that there might be reasons to put some control over a family issue, a contractual issue, an inheritance situation. Maybe it finds you at the end of the year looking at your portfolio, thinking about a will. This is something more of a official nature that may be asking for your attention as we get to the end of the year. The Queen of Wands is here. Another fire sign, just like my Aries friend here, the Emperor. She's sort of the equivalent. She manages her life, her destiny, through what it is that she wishes to accomplish. And so this may find, especially I'm going to say my queens, my more feminine energy subscribers, I think what you're going to find is that you're following your passions. Some of you may, through that passion, decide to take control of, because of knowledge, because of the need to, maybe, take control of a family situation, especially where money is concerned. She sort of has the ambition, the goal. She solves, thank you, her questions through how she really feels about things. She's a very emotionally driven character. But she knows what she wants. She gets it. So this may be asking some of you to be aware of a situation that you may need to take some sort of control over as you move through the coming cycle. For some of you, it's the importance to getting your portfolio in order. A tax situation may need your attention. As you change seasons, that may be brought to your attention also. And maybe you may be facing some sort of a financial fallout. Maybe that's what the message is here. Could be a warning saying that there may be some threat coming your way that is going to affect your physical security, because above everything else, following after this, I want to say that for some of you, this change in season may be bringing some financial fallout, a situation that you need to get a hold of in order to not end up on the outside looking in. Now it's sort of making some sense to me, because we start out with a stable home, open and giving, and we're possibly bringing a new energy into this situation. I have to ask, though, if it's maybe some of you who are in need of a stable situation, because a need for control is definitely here with the Five of Pentacles. Now, aside from the possible financial devastation, and we know, we have proof positive that right now people on every level, every corner of the earth are going through financial devastation. We're going through a period of time. My friends, open up your eyes and watch what's going on in the world. We've got a world where the wealthy are getting wealthier and the poor are getting poorer, and we have to ask ourselves, what is going on in the world where the poor cannot get a leg up? This may be your opportunity coming through the next period of time, at least the next moon cycle. You may have to address someone in the world, someone in your life who may be dealing with some hardship, some devastation. Now, if that's not the case, we've got to get into another scenario, and I have to talk about it again. And because it keeps coming up for my subs, and I love you guys, and I understand where this energy comes from. This is the Mistress card. Along with what's going on here, the single explanation for the Mistress card is, at the very simplest explanation, whatever the hardship is, whatever you're feeling left out of, whatever you're feeling has left you behind, hurt, devastated, abandoned. There's a need for control over your foundation. Get a handle on your home. Make sure you have a place to hang your hat. At the end of the day and at the end of the cycle, you will have a better outcome. But whatever has left you on the outside, if you look for help in some way or another, we know there's a light behind the stained glass windows of hardship here. These people are walking around barefoot in a freaking snowstorm, and they're in the dark. So they're feeling helpless, but the light that shines from inside says that there's a solution. If you ask for help, or if you look within, you're going to have a solution to that problem that is locking you out, leaving you behind, maybe leaving you in doubt, in question, in fear of some kind. The Five of Pentacles is the feeling of devastation and loss in one way or another. Goodness, 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 we need a different energy. I'm going over here. And yeah, why not? We were working on that anyway, the Ten of Swords. And so this is actually the best possible energy that you can ask for right now. It's the best possible thing you could desire, ask for at this time. What you have to do here, what you have to do is look at this period of whatever this problem is here as the end, the definitive end to a situation, the devastation, the loss, again, the end of all of that energy, the end to the loss, the end to the sorrow, the end of the problems. God, I hope you're not in Texas. My heart bleeds for those people, but there's an end, and you know at the end of the swords, at that 10, we know that we start all over again with the ace. Now, let's see if we can get a good, positive kind of ending to what we've got going on here. I don't want to touch them too much. The Chariot. Okay, so what does the Chariot tell us? Thank goodness the Chariot brings choices for you. In your loss, in your devastation. Thank goodness at least for whoever this is talking to. There's choices here for you. Through the loss, through the pain, through the devastation, through the ending, you're going to be able to look at 2 directions, 2 people, 2 roads, 2 journeys, 2 possibilities that can guide you into another completely new part of your journey. With the Judgment here, we're looking at a great big new change in someone's journey. And it really kind of focuses on desire. There's no love here yet at all. We don't have love here. We have drive and passion and desire. We have financial need, which seems to be an issue for someone here, but there's the end to that too. And the new journey ahead for someone. Okay. You know, the Chariot is the war vehicle. This is the war. The 5 of Pentacles is the war. And the Chariot sort of carries us through on so many multi-levels. Whatever it is that you're working on to bring you to another space, another time, another place, this Chariot carries you there. Wherever you need to go to come out of this, it's here. Now, if you know someone in that position, it may be that your friendship, your hand, your kindness, your good deed helps to carry someone in need to that place. It's not an isolated thing here. It's being taken forward to something different, something better. It's new, and sometimes it's unfamiliar, but it's always a good, positive step forward. The Hangman. Okie dokie. Now we have the image that talks about patience and sacrifice, overcoming difficulties, coming out of a period where maybe you have been isolated, stuck, frustrated, feeling like you're out on your own, no help. Very much, though, tuned into yourself, tuned into your inner wisdom. He is very much within. And so if you're going through a period of oneness, solitude, isolation even if you're feeling isolated in a room full of people, there's a feeling of patience and sacrifice in this feeling. There's also that hurrah moment when you get to come out of this place. love it. The Magician. Now, we love to use this word these days, don't we? He's about, yes, ta-da, manifestation. He's the creator of everything that he wills into his life. He's the man that, with all of his skills, allows himself the freedom to come out of isolation. It can allow him the ability to free himself to something more creative, more adventurous. And so what we might be looking for some of you, is the ability to release yourself to something more creative, but something that brings positive results. It's the better path, the more reasonable path. And even though you don't always see everything that the magician goes through, because he's a master of disguise, he can hide his pain, he can hide his loss, he can hide his sorrow. This is his time to come out of that difficult place, to be free, to express himself, and to use all of his skills to recreate his life. For some of you, this change in season is going to bring changes, masterful changes, and the Two of Pentacles. And so there we have it. The stability, the patience itself. But now we're out in the world. We're not held up anymore. The gifts that we're waiting to develop with, to give with, to receive with, it's all here. It's the balance. It's the head and the heart. It's the harmony. It's the harmony of the home, the focus of the mind, the problems in the past. This is for someone recreating a life that actually comes with balance, with stability, at least for now. For now, it looks like, at least maybe, between now, because look, we have 12, 1, and 2. December, January, and February. I think for those of you who are looking to recreate or to manifest something in your life where you feel you've been on hold, where something feels like it's been stuck, you're using your gifts, and maybe even with all of that creative power, you're still coming out a little bit wedged. Something doesn't want to give within December, January, and February. There's a release. And the stability comes screaming in beginning of the year for some of you. And I can say that it will be a welcome thing for those of us that are going through this period of manifestation. Now I'm just going to take some Sibilas on these energies here. Now, let's start here with this initial decision as the seasons change. What are you desiring here? For some of you, it's going to be the new home. And for some of you, that blockage is the desire to go for what you want, to make the plans. Because for someone, the future looks promising, more promising than the past. The future holds someone's desire. But it's really the opening up to going after that desire that brings someone to this new sense of stability. So you're coming up into your own. And some of you are saying, well, I'm 58 years old. How can I come into my own? You're never too late to come into your own. I, myself, am a late bloomer. Slow start, but boy, I'm late. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay because I get this energy here. I understand that those changes right now, they're connected for someone to what it is that you desire. Molinconia, the Bambino, and the Dottore, absolutely. So some of you are on the path to spiritual healing. Some of you, all of this Judgment, this Page of Wands is brand new. It's a brand new something happening. And it's something that you've been working for, wanting to develop. It's coming out of that period of darkness in whatever way that is for you. It's the new start. It's that brand new beginning that you've really thought about, worked for, considered for a long time. You've known you've had the gift. But for whatever reason, you were stuck there. And now it's time to move on. The word is here. The change in season, this full moon in Scorpio is, in Pisces, is really, really about new beginnings that are healing, and they're things that you've been manifesting. Some of you maybe for years are finally realizing their true manifestation, their real calling. But there has been a difficult time here. And I'm going to say it because at the bottom of that shuffle is the woman with children. So I have to let her be known that some of you may be welcoming an actual new life into your home. On some scale, it could be a new faithful friend, like a dog, a new pet. And for some of you, it's the new child that you waited for. Maybe after years of trying, this change of season, this emotional Pisces full moon is going to bring that child about for someone. Now, pardon me while I scratch just 1 second. Okay, itch on the back. I hate that. All right. Now, next, we have this sequence here with the Emperor and the family connection with the Queen of Wands, who is any one of you, male, female, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are on the spectrum, it doesn't matter. She's about nurturing the inner desire, nurturing what it is that she's looking to develop. Could be, again, that new child. It's connected to family, but more than anything, she sort of takes control. Because this guy here is all about that. And it puts this couple, maybe, because this can be a couple, taking charge, really taking charge at this time regarding something that is fundamental, connected to the family. Again, I hear the will, insurance, taxes, bills, anything that brings you to a point of ultimate responsibility, this is the time to do it. The energy right here is absolutely necessary for someone dealing with the fundamental things, and that connection to family is something that's important, incredibly important for someone to deal with right now. You know, I was worried about this, and I almost feel like this belongs here. Not so much here. This is almost clear to me, but this really has to be here, because what I've got here is the Tower, the disgrace, that place for someone where again they feel left out. And for this this on such a huge level can talk about the natural disaster, the flood, the fire, the displacement, the pain, the agony. On some level, one of you may be dealing with that right now. Hello, everybody. If you're watching in Texas, this may absolutely be part of your experience as we move through this period. Just know that help is there. Help is coming. You know, the FEMA trucks may not be there yet as of right now, but that help, that love is coming. That support is coming. This is a time of, yes, sadness, but it's also a time of togetherness. It's a time of all of us coming together and to help out when and where we see despair. That may be part of what someone's experience is right now. You may be going through this, or you may be on some moral or spiritual level feel like you're being called upon to do something loving, something supportive, as we all should be doing right now. Now, I want to look at these last two situations. The situation of manifestation for someone, and the situation of control. Again, I don't know what the situation of control really is just yet. It feels very clinical to me, like it's a family will that needs to be dealt with. But for someone, it is of the utmost importance right now that it's dealt with as we move through the next moon phase, especially. The Diletante. Let's see what else we've got here. Speranza. Prigione. Control. Anticipation. And then reckless actions. The Hangman. Speranza. The anticipation. And the Diletante, the magician. You know, I want to say that whatever it is that you're manifesting here, to me, it really feels like there's an anticipation on whatever it is that you're manifesting. For those of you who are going through this, the feeling of being stuck and not moving on something. Maybe people have said, oh, you're all talk, you'll never do it. This is the time to release all that energy. If you have been waiting for the ideal opportunity to release something you've been working on, if people have been saying, oh, you'll never do it, they question you, they doubted you, they didn't expect the response that you actually get from the unveiling of whatever this is all really positive energy, because there's an anticipation here that brings a sense that you've done the right thing here. So good luck with this, because this really feels like during this period, whatever this manifestation is, it's going to work out surprisingly well. For whoever is just waiting, this might just be the time. And it may be linked to this control here, this sort of passionate experience where money is concerned, where security is concerned. Is this situation so explosive that it brings in a whole new financial future to you? Let's see if we can't get a final 3. All right, let's see what we get here. The l'amica, la lettera, and the reunion, la riunione. I think this is going to be a family reunion. It's too general. It's too expansive. I think the contract, maybe a will, something that's being experienced within the family. For some of you, this is a reconnection happening in your life with a family member. Yet this could definitely be family reunion for someone. Friendships. Whatever this experience is, feels like it is of a official nature. In one way or another, it brings people together to talk about contracts and wills and money and houses and health care. You may be coming together with someone, brothers, sisters, after periods of time. If someone has left a will of some kind, I get more of an official nature again than anything with this, but it's going to result in a reunion. So for whoever is dealing with this, there's a reunion in store. Something that may reignite a friendship, or sisters, or brothers, or cousins, or mothers with sons, or fathers with daughters. It can be bringing the generations together for someone. Someone may be coming together to deal with elderly parents. That may also be the reason we have this coming together or this reunion. So I want to take a look at a spirit message for you today. All right, here we go. Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you are ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself, reconnect with the divine source. So, I think this is just maybe some general guidance. If you're of a more spiritually active person, you're going to know what you personally need to do to be grounded. Some people connect with the earth. They go for a walk in the park. They dip their feet into a lake. They walk on the sand, or they sit under a tree and read poetry. It's an organic experience, and some of us know how to connect. Most of us really, it's whatever brings you a sense of stability and joy. That's what you need to do right now as you're looking to journey through something. The advice here is get in touch and get grounded, because we have experiences, it feels like for a lot of people, that are going to play something out in their lives. And that's what I've got for you guys. So now, let's talk a little business. I have a growing library over at Vimeo. A lot of them are energy readings. Unfortunately, my list at Vimeo got flipped. So when you go through, if you're on a laptop, you're not going to be able to get the newest to the oldest. You're going to get the oldest to the newest. But it's an opportunity for you to check out the energy work, the love work. I've got stuff on divorces, separations, new path in life, journeys. We've got inner child work. There's all kinds of stuff going on over at my Vimeo channel, a wide variety. It might take you a few minutes to look through all of it, but it may be very well worth it. There's stuff up for all 12 signs over there. Now, if you want to reach me for a private reading, you can get my contact form at my website. I have started to make changes over there. I think it should be easier to read. Please take a look. Also, I have added same-day readings on. If you find yourself in a situation where you need a reading within, say, 12 to 24 hours, go ahead and reach out to me. I can fit you in. I will fit you in. Those rates, again, are at my website, along with my regular scheduled pieces. Half hour, hour, and I do have a one-question deal going on over there right now, too. And so, reach out to me through email, through contact form, if that's what you want. And until next time, my friends, if you have not taken the opportunity to subscribe, please take the minute to subscribe. I need you guys. It just so happens that I am at that point that every psychic who runs their channel organically from the ground up, without buying clicks, without buying 1,000 clicks in an afternoon to boost yourself up, those of us that are doing it organically will end up in a period of non-growth. And unfortunately, my cycle is now. And it's going on too long for me, but I need you guys. So please, if you like my videos, subscribe. I appreciate it. Even better, share. If something resonates with you, share it. If you know somebody who can use it. If you know a bunch of people who can use my stuff, please link them up with me. I appreciate it more than you know. that's about all I've got for you guys for this special period in time. For all of us, I wish to say peace to everyone. Be well. Some of us are moving through difficult times. Let us please be kind to one another. Be well and peace.